Hi.
There she is.
I like that song you're playing. I recognize that
You like
song. I
that?
wonder who
It
that
was a
is.
request. Yeah, you might know her. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right, hanging in there. What do you got going on? What's your life like right now? Now that you're like stuck.
Well, I'm home, like
Yeah,
all of us.
exactly.
Staying home. I'm with my sister and our dog Joey. I'm working from home. It's been so crazy how the world has adapted. I'm like on a virtual radio tour, kind
Mhm.
of.
Yeah.
And so I've been doing that. I've been working on music, done some performances from home, which is also incredible that we can do that still. And working a lot with UNICEF, my UNICEF family, on a campaign to, do whatever I can to give back. But like all of us, think we're all on the same page. We're trying to stay hopeful and stay united and connected, and remember that this will pass soon.
Definitely, definitely. Now, congrats on the new single with
Thank
Rehab.
you.
Give me a little background on the song and where that came about.
So I worked with Rehab for the first time on a record called Rumors,
Hmm.
and when we released that record, it was received so amazingly, and something clicked for us sonically, and we knew we had to work together again. So when we were kind of brainstorming what the next move would be, what the next song would be, we were
Right.
listening to a few records and just going through productions, and Rehab played me the beginning of this song, "I Love You," and I just immediately gravitated towards it. I remember instantly asking him. That this, just saying that this was the song, it just felt right for us.
Yeah.
And I finished writing it, and I remember the recording process after I had written it, it was just so quick. And sometimes you're in the studio, things just kind of happen that way, just really
Right.
naturally, kind of meant to be. So that was kind of how the recording process was. And then when it came to the creative behind it, I wanted it to be as honest and real and genuine as possible, because the story that the song tells is that it's a beautiful, kind of sad but hopeful story of falling in love with a love that doesn't love you back. So when it came to the music video, the creative, everything behind it, I was so hands-on, working with the director and just making sure it was as honest and as true to me as possible. And it was so beautiful. The day that it was released to the world, it was the most added song in the world, which is such a blessing, and I'm so grateful for that, to be able to be able to share my heart with the world and have it be received with such love has been such a privilege. So it's been an amazing journey.
Definitely, definitely. Now, for you, you've been writing for a long time. How is your process? When you're writing a song for somebody else, is it different for you than when you're writing your own content?
I've actually never written for somebody else, but I could imagine that that would be incredibly different, incredibly different. And I have a
Mhm.
lot of friends who are songwriters who do write for others, and I always try and pick their brain as to how they write with someone else in mind.
Yeah.
How
So
they
is that?
sort of
I mean, is that kind of like just a personal thing, as far as you not writing out to anybody else, or I mean, how is that for you, or
No,
just the
I'm
time?
not opposed to it. I'm not opposed
Mhm.
to it whatsoever. Um, no, I'm not. I think it would be a really fascinating and learning experience to be able to write for someone else. I think right now my focus is developing my own music, but I think in the future it could be a really cool thing to be able to write for someone else as well. I mean, some of the greatest writers that we know and artists that we know do write for other people too.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I think Gaga, BB Rexa started that way.
Right.
Charlie Puth does that as well. Ryan Tedder, as we know. So it would be a really cool thing. But right now my focus is kind of developing my solo stuff.
Hmm. Definitely. Now, man, you've had so much going on. That's why I'm sure this is kind of crazy for you, because you're just so nonstop. Before all this, how do you manage your time when it comes to acting and writing, and you're involved in all these different campaigns and stuff like that? How do you kind of just keep your head on straight and stay focused through all that?
I I don't know if it's my parents, my grandparents that I've seen my whole life. They're incredibly hard workers, and I only always saw examples of amazing work ethic.
Hmm.
Um, so I've always really loved working a lot and staying really busy. So for me, that's kind of a blessing to be able to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I don't do it alone. I have a really incredible, incredible team, including my mom, that do this with me. And so it really isn't just like a solo mission. I couldn't do it without them. And um, I don't know. I feel really lucky that I get to do it all. I think compartmentalizing helps me. I'm very type A, so like focusing on one thing at a time if I can. But then there are
Yeah.
moments say where I was doing film and music and campaigns and UNICEF and such, but I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it.
Now, last year, you were chosen to be the global ambassador for the Latin Grammy Cultural Foundation. Can you talk about that real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for bringing that up.
Mhm.
The Latin Grammy Cultural Foundation is an incredible, incredible foundation that what they do is basically they fund education to incredible and brilliant musicians all around the world who unfortunately don't have a way of getting an education, and it changes their lives and their families' lives. And um, I actually had the privilege of performing in Latin Grammy weekend in Vegas with
Mhm.
musicians that graduated, musicians from the foundation, on stage with me, and it was so incredible. And it's education is the most powerful force in the world, the most powerful force that we have. So to be a part of a foundation that uses education and joins music is so special, and it's really an honor for me.
Definitely. Now, on top of all that, everything going on, and now you're also brand ambassador for Revlon. Where'd that come from?
Yeah. Yes, I am the new global brand ambassador for Revlon, which is also an immense honor. It was a secret that we had to keep for kind of a long time, but I'm so happy that the world finally knows, and I can't wait for our campaigns to be released this year and for you guys to see what we have up our sleeves. But Revlon, believe it or not, was the first makeup product that I ever used when I was a little girl. It was my mom's Revlon red lipstick. So to be their ambassador now, growing up, I like adore Audrey Hepburn. Still is my forever icon, and she was one of the original Revlon ambassadors. So it's pretty surreal.
Definitely, definitely. Now, so, looking forward, once we can get back to things, what's something that you're definitely just like dying to just get back to, or something that you haven't been able to do since we've been in the house that you're just ready for?
I don't think we ever realized what a beautiful thing it was to hug someone
Hmm.
and to hug our family. My parents are on the other side of the country. They're in Miami and I'm in LA. So I
Right.
can't wait to jump on a plane and hug them first
Hmm.
and foremost. And then I really can't wait to get back on stage. I've never taken for granted being on stage, but now more than ever, I realize what a beautiful thing it is to be able to go out there and be with people and share music with people live. So I
Right.
can't wait. I can't wait to do that again.
Definitely. Now, are you working on new music while you're at home?
I am, yeah. Luckily, I had been in the studio every day up until quarantine, so
Hmm.
we have a lot of music that we're working on the productions and post production, kind of finalizing everything and fine tuning vocals and such. So yeah, we have a lot of music that we're going to be rolling out this year.
Definitely, definitely. Now, if you can, just something you could tell to everyone to, staying positive, something to keep them going. All your fans at home, what would you say to them right now?
I would say, first of all, thank you from the bottom of my heart for just your love and support, and for being such a I don't know, such a source of happiness for me and for all of us, this family that we've created. um, like my mom always says, this too shall pass, and it's going to be a really beautiful world once we get over this. So just stay hopeful, hold on to hope, and thank you for using my music as a way to give you a little bit of happiness. It's been an honor.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Congrats on the song, and
Thank you.
be safe. We'll talk to you soon.
You too. Mwah, be safe.
Thank
Bye
you.
guys,
Bye.
love you.